Hi guys, it's just a quick video. Maybe it'll just be 10 minutes long. I don't know. I never script these things anymore, and as you well know, I never post these things anymore. But I just wanted to talk about the barriers to love, and what I wanted to talk about was how um, there are a few key components that factor into this in many of our lives, and I'm sure a lot of us can relate to this. One of them is unforgiveness. So, what is unforgiveness? It's when you hold pain in your heart. It could be in your solar plexus. It could be tension, like here, like where whatever energy center you hold it in. That's where you hold your unforgiveness. For me, unforgiveness is in my heart. That's where I feel it. It feels tense. It feels sore. It feels raw, and it feels tight. It feels like something wants to come out, but there's a barrier. Okay, that's what it feels like. And so, actually, I should have got this ready, but so I was gifted a beautiful oracle deck the other day. It's an angel oracle deck, and it had 44 cards in it, and 44 is just, it's an angel number that I keep seeing everywhere. I see it on the washing machine. I see it, like, I'll look randomly at the microwave. It says 44 minutes on it. I'll look, like, at the time, it'll say, like, I don't know, 0044 or whatever, so it's like, I was really happy to receive that gift. And so I pulled a card for the friend who gifted this to me, and the card was about forgiveness. And in the card itself was a picture of this woman who, side note, the card that I picked, I mean, the whole deck was like white women, and like my friend was like, is there no person of color in this deck? And I'm like, nope, sorry, this is a white person deck. This is a white bitch up in here, okay? And so anyway, so I that card unforgiveness came up, and so in explaining like the meaning of the card of forgiveness came up, and in explaining the meaning of forgiveness, I spoke about what unforgiveness is, because often we'll hear about, you need to forgive, and you're like, I don't want to fucking forgive. What the fuck does that even mean? And why should I do that? I don't know anybody's shit, And the thing is, like, yeah, forgiveness is like the word that's used for the action, but really the word I think you need to focus on is the unforgiveness, because that's what you feel. You feel unforgiveness. And like I said, for me, I feel that in my heart space, unforgiveness, it feels really raw and sore. And, the only way to clear that out is to give yourself permission to clear that out. And so what the card showed you was this woman who had this face, and her face looked like she was looking at the person who betrayed her, abandoned her, hurt her, whatever the fuck it was, she's looking at this person. And the look on her face suggested that she was waiting for them to apologize or them to acknowledge to her what they did wrong in order for her to release unforgiveness from within her. Okay, but the thing here is that you don't need to wait for an apology. You don't need to wait for someone to acknowledge what they did in order for you to release feelings of unforgiveness from yourself, because at the end of the day, it's self-generated. The feelings that you feel are self-generated, and your ability to release them is also self-generated. Like, just because, someone technically, my cats are going crazy here. Okay, they're going nuts. Technically, just because somebody has apologized to you or acknowledged what they've done wrong, a lot of us feel like, okay, now we're allowed to forgive them because that's the way it goes. Like, there's almost like a sense of pridefulness, like, I will not let this go until they acknowledge what they did. But the thing is, like, it's so fucking rare for someone to legit acknowledge what they did fully, with full accountability, with full awareness and understanding and like emotional depth, intellectual depth, spiritual depth, like for them to really get it, to really empathize with you and to really feel what fucking happened to you. That is so rare for that to ever happen. So if you wait for that and you're like the white woman in the deck who's waiting for this acknowledgement in order for you to release unforgiveness from your heart, you might wait for your whole life for that to happen. It'll never happen. So you're the only person that has the power to release this unforgiveness from your heart, because what is life without love? If you have so much, like if you're holding on to unforgiveness, then you don't have enough love. Like you're not allowing yourself to receive it, and you're holding yourself hostage to someone else's awareness, someone else's own realization, someone else's own path, someone else's own spiritual journey and development through life. You're holding yourself hostage to that for them to finally wake up and realize like what went down. It's not on you, you know, to join someone else in their path to enlightenment. It's only on you to acknowledge your own journey and enlightenment and spiritual growth and development. And part of that is releasing unforgiveness. So that is one of the barriers to love. The second barrier to love is learning how to receive. For people who are type A's, you know, like me, classically type A's, like that is something that you have to fucking learn in life, is to receive. To give love is not enough. To say, oh, I'm a giving person, I'm a caring person, I'm a kind person, I'm a nurturing person, like I do and I give and all of this stuff. That's not enough, because that is not the whole of love. The whole of love is also receiving. You have to learn how to receive. And if you're not receiving, then you don't have the whole of love. You don't have all of it. And your heart is not fully expanded. It's as small as someone whose heart doesn't give. Don't hate me. Like it's a half truth. You have to learn how to receive. You have to learn how to, and part of receiving is understanding that you are enough as you are. You are beautiful as you are. You are divinely loved and cared for and nurtured and cherished and honored and adored as you are. And as you are means with your flaws, with you, the good things that you bring to the table, and with the fucking bullshit things that you bring to the table. Like, you are enough as you are. You are fully loved as you are and supported by this whole fucking world as you are. And any negative thoughts that you have around surrounding that, like, you need to clear those out. You need to clear these out, that these thoughts of like, I need to prove myself in order to receive love. I need to do this in order to receive love. I need to chase in order to receive love, because if I'm not chasing, then I'm not worth shit, or the person who I'm chasing is not worth shit. You know what I mean? Like, that's just fucking bullshit. Like, these are all stories that like we learned erroneously, and they need to be cancelled. They need to be written off, deleted, erased, you know, from all of our records. They need to fucking go. Like, for the next generation coming up, like, we need to clear this shit out. And for the next generation coming up, they shouldn't even have to fucking hear about this crap. Like, it's bullshit and it's not true. It's an untruth. It's an illusion, and it's such a barrier to love. The only thing in life that matters is love. What you have physically doesn't matter. Like, what you own doesn't matter. What you own actually fucking owns you, because you become hostage to what you own. You're like, oh, now I've got to maintain this lifestyle. Now I've got to maintain this facade. Now I've got to maintain this illusion. Like, it's all fucking bullshit, because it doesn't come from your heart. Whatever comes from your heart is real, and whatever is blocked from your heart is an illusion. And if you continue to block your own heart, you are agreeing to the illusion that is the Matrix, okay? And that's harsh. That's a harsh thing to do to yourself. Like, you really think about it. Like, it's such an unkind thing to do to yourself. Like, you would not give someone else that kind of advice. You would not tell someone else to not receive. You wouldn't tell someone else, no, you got to fucking work hard to get love. You got to work hard to prove that you're worth shit. You've got to like constantly do and do and do, and never ever receive anything, never enjoy anything, never take pleasure in anything, and never sit back and relax without thoughts of guilt, or that without thoughts of having shit on your mind, or anxiousness or worry or whatever it is, or you know, like, that's just bullshit. It's just fucking bullshit. You would never give that advice to someone. What you would say to someone is, take it easy, relax. You'd be giving and nurturing towards them. And so that that natural drive that you have within you to give and to be nurturing towards someone else, you have to give that to yourself. Okay, and that's what receiving is, because you give it to yourself, and therefore you allow it to be given to you by other people. So these are two barriers to love that I wanted to bring up today. Everything else is a fucking illusion and it's bullshit. All the best to you, my dears.